In the age of email, text messaging, and Twitter, punctuation marks have run amok. Yes, commas are still used, but how often are they used appropriately? Instead of the comma, we are using dashes, or we're using parentheses to enclose parenthetic expressions. As well, we've also seen a proliferation of punctuation marks not used as prevalently in the past, such as hashtags, ellipses, and ampersands. One of the most convenient uses for commas is to use commas to enclose parenthetic expressions. Parenthetic expressions are expressions which explain a phrase in a sentence or a noun. In other words, they modify them, they provide tangential information, they create a subplot within the sentence. For instance, the best way to see a country, unless you are pressed for time, is to travel on foot. Here we have a parenthetic expression, a tangent, so to speak, unless you are pressed for time. It modifies the phrase, the best way to see a country. Sure, there's a best way to see a country, but if you are pressed for time, then you shouldn't travel on foot. You should travel by car. If you do have time, the best way is to travel on foot. Instead of using comma, we have also seen the use of the dash and the use of the open parenthesis and close parenthesis to set off a parenthetic expression. In other words, to enclose that parenthetic expression. Truly, we should enclose parenthetic expressions between commas, and it is only very rare that we should be using dashes or parentheses. On a side note, there are two classes of parenthetic expressions. Both modify the previous phrase or noun, providing more information, but one is called non-restrictive and the other is restrictive. Let's take a look at the difference. Nether Stowey, Coleridge's birthplace, is a few miles away. The parenthetic expression Coleridge's birthplace is non-restrictive. It indirectly modifies the proper noun Nether Stowey, but it does not restrict it. It simply provides more information about Nether Stowey. Oh hey, by the way, did you know that Coleridge was born in Nether Stowey? It's a little bit additional information. As opposed to a restrictive parenthetic expression. Here we have a parenthetic expression, who live in glass houses. Here the parenthetic expression restricts the noun people to a certain class of people, those people who live in glass houses. Now this is opposed to those people who live in stone houses, brick houses, dirt houses, thatched roofed houses, etc. All of those people probably can still throw stones within their houses. However, those people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones for obvious reasons. Here, the parenthetic expression, who live in glass houses, directly modifies the noun people and restricts its use.